PP records. We want them, we love them, we receive them. There have been many maps in the past that have used some exploit to produce unranked high PP plays. Infamously, Azer did this and got 2,251 PP. It's actually quite insane to think that the current PP record is numerically not too far away from that, and especially considering some MREC chokes. However, the inevitable nerfing of the two 1700s set by MREC and Akolibet is coming. But what if I told you that these numbers don't even come close to the countless plays that have obliterated them? What if I told you that one single play accumulated more PP than MREC's current raw PP count? You'd probably think I was talking nonsense. Well, that's because it happened in the Osu Droid community. Wait, don't click off. This is some serious business, trust me. For those unfamiliar, Osu Droid is a third-party Android-only port of Osu. But it's not the exact same game. There were some adjustments that were needed to be made so that the port would actually be playable on a phone. The biggest change, no pun intended, are the bigger circle sizes. They are noticeably larger. Because if you've played Osu Laser on a phone, you know how impossible 99% of maps are. The second change is the lowering of OD, or overall difficulty. This change was made primarily because of the input lag that mobile phones have. In turn, this change helped counteract the lower accuracy problems. But learning to have good accuracy on Osu Droid takes a lot of time, so you basically need to relearn tapping for the game. There are also two ranking systems, one being score ranking, meaning the more score you have, the higher you are ranked, similar to how Osu was before PPV1. And then there is DPP, or Droid Performance Points. And DPP is a third-party ranking system using performance points as a measurement for a play's value, just like in regular Osu. However, DPP has different calculations because it's specifically for Osu Droid. It takes into account different playstyles and the challenges that come with playing Osu on a phone. Some important things that influence the star rating and PP system are the following. First off, visual difficulty. This accounts for reading a map, primarily impacted by the map's approach rate, or AR. Second off, stat accuracy. This accounts for the accuracy and how hard it is to achieve high AC on a map. And maps with higher ODs will give a lot of PP even if you get slightly worse accuracy. But it obviously depends on how good or bad your accuracy actually is. Thirdly, circle density. This is more general, but it's important to mention that more circles there are on screen, the better for high PP plays. This is why Osu Droid top players typically play stream maps and at higher BPMs, because jump maps are much easier on a touchscreen device. Therefore, they will give less PP. This DPP system is developed by one single person, Ryan. So massive respect to him for making the Osu Droid farming community possible. But how did the system collapse? Well, on August 14th, a player by the name of Zanai got a 480 PP play on Voyage. Seems pretty unassuming, if you don't count for the fact that the play was set with an accuracy of only 10.73%, 726 misses, and a maximum combo of 21 out of 1,376. It was first theorized that if you just spam the screen with all your fingers, the game would somehow in return give you a lot of PP. But there was really no explanation at the time. It was then quickly found out that for the exploit to happen, all that was needed was just 1/300. And since the exploit could be used on any kind of ranked map, the biggest challenge was just finding one. Then the current rank 2 player Benno decided to try this exploit on the map Frozen Gear. He then went on and set a score with just 1/300 on the map. And the play ended up being worth 26,395 PP. This exploit was pushed even further with the highest score that I found topping out at 28,443 PP. This one single play got more PP than almost every single Osu player's raw performance point count in each game mode. Except Dressurf, of course, because of course he is the exception. Obviously, the submission of scores for the DPP system were turned off so that the developer could fix the issue. But what was the issue? After talking to Ryan, the developer of the DPP system, he said that there were a plethora of reasons for why this happened. There are different things that increase or decrease the value of a map. As mentioned before, there's visual difficulty, which is a sort of attempt of quantifying reading like high AR. and the visual difficulty for the map Frozen Gear with the mod combination was 1400 stars. So obviously that would give a lot of PP. Secondly, there is no combo scaling, similar to how it is in Mania, and the high overall difficulty also helped with increasing the PP value of the map. But there is also one more thing. Because the misses were not accounted for the stat accuracy, the estimated unstable rate of the play was very low, giving a lot of PP. But surely the amount of misses should have affected how much the play was worth. And it did. The value you see is after the miss penalty is applied, and the most absurd part is if you take away the miss penalty, the play would have been worth 2.6 million PP. What even is that number? Luckily, the exploit was patched in about a day. Peppy, take notes.
I'm a burden to you, then you can just kill me, okay?
And after the hotfix was implemented, the visual difficulty of the map went down from 1,428 stars to 9.63, which is a fair rating considering the map is AR12. Furthermore, the misses were now included in the stat accuracy, further lowering the value of the broken plays. No system will ever be perfect, especially those that attempt to rank the best players. But it goes without saying that without these developers that keep those systems alive and updated, competitive aspects of certain games would just not exist. On top of that, communities like the ones in Osu and Osu Droid would possibly not exist without a system like the performance point system. Although exploits often ruin entire games and the fun aspects of them, I think that situations like these can be looked back upon with amazement. What they can produce is often quite hilarious and unfathomable at the same time. I mean, what even is a 28,000 PP play? I suppose we'll find that out from Emmerich in about 5 years.